Jada is back at it here to give everyone another UFC related video as we have UFC 259 right around the corner on Saturday, March 6th. And I just want to give my predictions for that card, most of the fights on the main card, and maybe one or two on the prelims, and then also give my fight predictions for a couple fights that are before that happened in the next 2 weekends before that. So, first, we have the fight between Derrick Lewis and Curtis Blades. Derrick Lewis is pretty good. He's won 3 fights in a row. Curtis Blades is on a 4 fight winning streak, and his only 2 losses in his MMA career have been to Francis Ngannou. I see Curtis Blades wanting to do a lot of wrestling in that. I see Derrick Lewis fighting off different wrestling takedowns and everything. And I think the fight ends with Derrick Lewis putting the pedal to the metal in the third round. Or no, it's a 5 round fight. It's the main event. Somehow, some way, he's going to knock Curtis Blades out. I know that's probably Derrick Lewis is probably underdog in this fight, but I for some reason think Derrick Lewis is going to win. He's had a lot of time to train. Apparently, he's devoted 8 or 3 hours a day to training. What he told Ariel Hawani, and I think he's working on this game plan with all the wrestling that Curtis Blades is going to try to do. I could be wrong on this fight, but I have a feeling Derrick Lewis is going to win the fight. And then the week after that, we have Jairzinho Rosenstrike. I don't know much about the other guy he's fighting. I'd never heard of him before, and I think Rosenstrike is going to win. I think Rosenstrike is a really skilled fighter, and I think the winners of those 2 fights should fight each other personally, because the heavyweight division, it's going to be preoccupied for a while here with Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic 2, and then John Jones is going to fight the winner of that fight, and I don't know if John Jones will fight anybody until the end of the year. Most likely that fight will be a rematch, especially if it's against Stipe. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, UFC 259 on March 6th. So far on the prelims, we have some good names. We've got Joseph Benavidez. We've got Song Young Dong. And we've got, let's just give a prediction for the main event of the prelims right now. We have Dominic Cruz versus Keeney. I think Dominic Cruz is going to win. Dominic Cruz is a very talented fighter, and I think he would have beat Henry Cejudo had no nonsense Keith Peterson not stopped the fight prematurely, as Cruz was trying to stand up at the time of the stoppage, but he wasn't actually doing anything to take, to fight back at the time. He was just trying to stand up, and maybe that's, you got to move your arms and try to block punches or something like that. But I think Dominic Cruz is going to win this fight. The other guy is 16-2. Dominic Cruz is 22-3 in his career, and I think Cruz has one more run left in him for a title shot. And then we go to the main card. Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. I think Rakic is going to win this fight. I think he's really the real deal. He might be the next contender in this light heavyweight division. And then we've got Islam Mahavich versus Drew Dover for a belt, not a belt, in the lightweight division. Drew Dover has looked pretty impressive as of late, and this Mahavich guy hasn't done much of late. He hasn't fought in a while. I think Drew Dover is going to win the fight. He's under a good camp. He's under Trevor Whitman. He's training partners with Justin Gaethje, and I think he's going to win. The other guy might even be the favorite, but I'm going Drew Dover. This is a very close fight to pick a winner in. For the Bantamweight title, we have Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. Sterling is very talented, and Peter Yan is awesome too. Sterling, he's got the reach advantage. I don't know how that's really going to help him that much, but otherwise they're pretty identical. I don't know who to pick in this one. I don't even know what the betting odds are on it right now. I don't even think they're out. I think Aljamain Sterling is going to get some sort of submission on Peter Yan and win the Bantamweight Championship. It really could go either way. I don't know, but I'm picking Aljamain Sterling. Maybe I'll change my prediction, but Aljamain Sterling for the win. But Peter Yan is fucking awesome too, by the way. And then we have in the women's featherweight division, which I think they should get rid of this division and just have the bantamweight and the other two divisions. Amanda Nunes defends her other title against Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson is tall and lanky. She got a little bit of a reach, but Amanda Nunes is just crazy good. and she seems to prepare very good for her fights. Eventually, some point in time, Amanda Nunes is going to get caught. I don't think it's in this fight. I don't think Megan Anderson has done enough to deserve a title shot. They just don't even have any contenders in this division. They don't even list the rankings for this particular division. That's how weak it is, other than Amanda Nunes. So they should get rid of the division, just let Amanda Nunes defend her Bantamweight championship, and it'd be easy. So Amanda Nunes is going to retain her title. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that one. I just don't see Megan Anderson as a threat. She's not that good, I would put it. And then in the main event of the evening, a super fight of sorts. Probably not the super fight we wanted to see, but Jan Blachowicz defends his UFC light heavyweight championship, otherwise known as the John Jones Championship, against the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel Adesanya. So Blachowicz, he's tough. I don't think he has the smartest fight IQ, but he has a Polish hammer. I think Israel Adesanya is very intelligent in the octagon, will have a good game plan. He will point at a distance, and I think he's going to win the fight and become a two-division champion and be the light heavyweight, and the middleweight champion of the world. Just my opinion. I just don't think Blachowicz is that good. He's good against some people if you underestimate him, but I think Israel Adesanya's fight IQ is so good that he's not going to get in a position where he's going to get clocked. Now, Blachowicz could win this belt or could win this fight, and it wouldn't really hurt Adesanya that much because he's going up in weight. Adesanya might even be able to cut down to 170 because I don't think he really cuts weight to get 185. But I think Adesanya is going to win the title. And then it's, does he fight John Jones anytime soon? I mean, does he move up to heavyweight and just take on John Jones at some point? I don't know what will happen there, but that would be crazy. So there are my predictions. I think Dominic Cruz is going to win. I think Alexander Rakic is going to win. I'm picking Drew Dover, Aljamain Sterling, Amanda Nunes, and Israel Adesanya, along with Derrick Lewis and Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Starting to regret that Derrick Lewis decision already. I think Curtis Blades is no joke, but he's going to get wrestled for a lot of the fight, and then somehow, some way, they're going to get broken up, and he's going to connect with a haymaker and knock Curtis Blades out. That's how I see it going. So, hope you like these predictions. If you're a fan of the UFC and you like UFC and you're really excited for UFC 259, as well as the UFC Fight Night cards with Jairzinho Rozenstruik and Derrick Lewis versus Curtis Blades, smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in watching this, share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me a comment with your fight predictions, fights that you want to see. You could rank your favorite fighters. You could rank the divisions. How about that UFC lightweight division? That's one hell of a division to rank. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.